In today's video, we'll take a look at the top 5 linear switches in 2024. First up, the TTC Venus and Neptunes. From a technology and design perspective, these are the most innovative switches out of the options we're showcasing today. Now, the Venus and Neptune switches are pretty much identical, just with different colors. They have nearly the same actuation and bottom out forces, with only about a 2 gram difference between them, and these are quite light. For reference, the Venus's bottom out of 52 grams is lighter than around 3/4 of all switches out there, but what really sets these switches apart is what's inside. Take a look at the top housing of a normal switch, and now compare that to the top housing of the Venus and Neptunes. Notice something different? That's right, the Venus and Neptune switches feature a unique track structure that you won't find in any other switch. Throughout the entire keystroke, the stem glides along this track, resulting in a switch that is structurally smoother than anything else on the market. When I tested these out, they felt incredibly refined and well considered. And when it comes to the sound, the Venus and Neptune switches have a fairly deep sound signature, and is on the quieter side as well. Here's the sound test for reference. Cherry switches are experiencing a surprising resurgence, led by the introduction of the new Nixie switches. These linear switches feature a full 4mm travel and an 80 gram bottom out force, catering to those who prefer a heavier keystroke. People have different reasons for enjoying these switches. For some, it's contrarianism in a world where silky smooth, factory lubed switches now dominate the market, and for others, it's the fact that the texture type feel is coupled alongside Cherry switches' deep and poppy sound signature due to their nylon housings. But personally, these Nixie switches offer a nostalgic retreat to familiarity, since my first board also used Cherry switches. Regardless, the resurgence of Nixie serves as a testament to the wide range of preferences within the mechanical keyboard community. In this hobby, there's no one-size-fits-all solution. At Milktooth, we exclusively offer these switches at just $4.15 per 10. These usually go for $6 per 10, so you'd be saving 31% of these switches at Milktooth. Here's the sound test. HMX, a newcomer to the switch scene, has taken the keyboard hobby by storm. Their HMX Cheese switches have quickly established themselves as one of the company's most popular offerings, rivaling the success of other well-known options like the Tsinglan V2s and Xinghais. The demand for these switches has been so high that they sold out through word of mouth alone before we even had the chance to list them on our site. We find an unparalleled smoothness and pristine typing experience with these HMX Cheese switches. With its light stem and nylon housings, these boast a satisfying clacky, poppy, and crispy sound signature. Plus, these ultralight switches are in a class of their own, being lighter than 90% of all switches. The key difference between the Cheese switches and other HMX options lies in their availability. Due to high demand outpacing supply, the Cheese switches are currently only available in a drop style format. This limited availability means that you need to act quickly when these switches become available, as stock is not guaranteed to be consistent. And, like the Nixies, we offer the Cheese switches for 31% off compared to other vendors, so if they speak to you, make sure to get them at Milktooth. Here's the sound test. I've had the pleasure of trying out over 300 different switches, and I have to say, the Aqua Kings are truly something special. The factory lube job on these is top notch. Shoutouts to Everglide. Out of all the switches I've tested, these stand out with an unparalleled smoothness that I find lush and creamy in comparison. To put this into perspective, despite having a 62 gram bottom out force, which is average for keyboard switches, they don't feel that way. They feel much lighter than they are on paper because of how smooth they are. And in terms of sound, even though these switches come with polycarbonate housings, they deliver the deepest sound signature out of any linear I know, which is quite impressive. So if you're on the hunt for a switch that combines smoothness, a satisfying weight, and a rich sound, Aqua Kings should definitely be on your radar. Lastly, you get the best deal for them at Milktooth, where you save 24% on them. Now, the sound test. If you're looking for the best silent linears on the market, look no further than TTC Silent Frozen. The Silent Frozen is a premium linear switch that's in a league of its own. With a lengthened, silver-plated spring, you get a snappy feel that's just unmatched. And when it comes to silencing, TTC has gone above and beyond with a unique gasket on the stem and additional dampeners inside the switch. But the Silent Frozen isn't just about being quiet, it's also incredibly smooth, with a factory lube job that makes for silky smooth keystrokes. It's also very lightweight with a 43 gram bottom out. Just as this commenter says, all of the Silent Frozen's characteristics makes for a typing experience that simply feels premium. We exclusively offer these switches at just $5.33 per 10. These usually go for $8.61 per 10, so you'd be saving nearly 40% on these switches at Milktooth. Here's the sound test. Now, here are back-to-back sound tests of all the switches we talked about today. But if you're more interested in tactile switches, make sure to watch our video on the top 5 tactile switches of this year here. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.